Northwest is a game where players are walking through the woods, collecting memento, taking those memento and putting them on their player journal. Most points at the end of the game wins, and points are determined based on how your memento are laid out on your personal journal. In order to get them there, like I said, you must pull a cube or a memento from this board. So let's say a player has pulled this mushroom and places it on their board, replacing the memento with the hiker. Players then must move the hiker based on the memento that was pulled previously before them. So if my opponent had pulled a mushroom, I can take any memento surrounding the hiker. Had they pulled a fern, I can take any that are orthogonally adjacent to the hiker. A maple leaf lets them take any that are diagonally adjacent. And a bee kind of moves like a knight in chess. You can take any that are two out and one to the left or right. So this one, these here. There's also the Sasquatch or the Bigfoot. When you pull a Sasquatch or Bigfoot, you can take any memento that's in a column or row. So for example, had I wanted this bee over here, my opponent had just taken the Sasquatch, I can, in fact, go straight to the top of this column, pull the bee, and put it anywhere on my board as long as it is orthogonally adjacent to another memento. Players always start the game in the northwest corner of their journal or their board. At the end of the game, when there's no more moves or the board is completely full, players will score points based on how their memento are adjacent to each other. Mushrooms, you simply get 1 point per mushroom on your board. The player with the most mushrooms will get a bonus points. The ferns will get 2 points for every fern that they are orthogonally adjacent to. So in this example, 2, 4, 6 points. If this were here, 2, 4, 0 points. The maple leaves are much like the ferns, except they work diagonally, similar to how they move. This is 2, 4 points. The bees will score 1 point for every unique memento surrounding that bee. Other bees do not count for this scoring. So in this example, it has a fern, a Bigfoot, a maple leaf, and a mushroom. Each one of those symbols will score for the bee. The Bigfoot is pretty interesting. The Bigfoot must be in its own row or own column and not adjacent, orthogonally, or diagonally to score. Each solitary Bigfoot will score 5 points. In this case, these do not score. However, if it was like this Bigfoot would score 5, and this would score 5. Actually, that's wrong. This would score 5, these would not score at all. Also, some of the cubes, or memento, have pine cones on them. When you choose a cube from the board that has a pine cone, you get a pine cone token. You can spend these tokens while moving to extend your movement 1 space orthogonally. Additionally, if the score is tied at the end of the game, the player who has the most pinecone tokens will win the game. Otherwise, most points is the winner. And that is Northwest.